Welcome to the All-Star Athlete Podcast, your guide to mastering the mental game and reaching your full potential.
I'm Justin Hebert, a mental performance coach dedicated to helping you break through mental barriers and achieve your full potential. Welcome to Episode 8, where we'll dive into 3 critical and interconnected components of team success: chemistry, team building, and cohesion. These elements don't just make a team function, they create the foundation for achieving greatness together. By the end of this episode, you'll have a deeper understanding of how building strong relationships, fostering trust, and working seamlessly with others can elevate not only your performance, but the entire team's as well. Before we dive into today's episode, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered in recent weeks. In Episode 1, we started with growth mindset and motivation and discussed how athletes like Derrick Rose and Michael Phelps utilized these techniques and how these concepts set the stage for resilience and mental performance. Episode 2 tackled stress and anxiety management, featuring examples like Simone Biles and Kevin Love, who have learned to stay calm under pressure. Episode 3 explored self-talk, mindfulness, and meditation with insights from athletes like Tom Brady and Steph Curry. In Episode 4, we focused on overcoming fears, conquering self-doubt, and building self-confidence, using stories of Lionel Messi and Usain Bolt to inspire courage in adversity. Episode 5 delved into imagery, visualization, focus, and flow, with athletes like Tiger Woods and Mikaela Shiffrin showing us the power of mental rehearsal and peak performance modes. Episode 6 was all about goal setting and deliberate practice, and we learned about how effective these techniques can be at achieving success from global superstars Roger Federer and Mia Hamm. Last week, in Episode 7, we shifted gears to nutrition and recovery, highlighting the disciplined practices of LeBron James and Novak Djokovic in fueling their bodies and minds. Today, we're turning our attention to team dynamics, a critical yet often underappreciated component of mental performance that can determine whether a team achieves greatness or falls short of its potential. Many athletes struggle to reach their full potential, not because of a lack of skill or effort, but because they overlook the relational side of their sport. This oversight can manifest in several ways, such as failing to communicate effectively with teammates, undervaluing the role of trust in fostering unity, or focusing too heavily on individual success at the expense of the team's collective goals. When these issues arise, they can ripple through the team, creating misaligned expectations, unresolved conflicts, and unclear roles. The result is that chemistry and cohesion crumble, leaving even the most talented teams unable to perform at their best. The frustration that follows can erode morale, intensify divisions, and ultimately sabotage what could have been a season of triumph. But when chemistry, team building, and cohesion come together, the results can be transformative. Teams that excel in these areas function like a well-oiled machine, moving as one, anticipating each other's actions with uncanny accuracy, and inspiring one another to push beyond their limits. This level of synchronization doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of deliberate effort to foster trust, build strong connections, and create a shared sense of purpose. These teams understand that success isn't just about raw talent or individual brilliance. It's about how well players collaborate, support one another, and rally around a common goal. This is a topic I've explored extensively in my work as a mental performance coach, including in my paper, which is titled enhancing athlete outcomes through quality coaching. In this episode, I'll share with you insights from that research, along with actionable strategies designed to help you strengthen your team's mental and emotional bonds. Whether it's learning how to communicate more effectively, fostering trust, or aligning personal goals with team objectives, these strategies can help you fully unlock the potential of your team. Please note, if you are interested in diving deeper into the paper that I co-authored, I'll include all the details on where you can access it in the show notes. As we move forward with today's podcast, I want to take a moment to clarify that while chemistry, team building, and cohesion are terms that are often used interchangeably, we'll be treating them as distinct concepts today. Although these elements often work hand in hand to drive team success, each plays a unique role in creating a high-performing group. Team building is the process of intentionally fostering trust, communication, and collaboration within a group. It's about laying the foundations for relationships and setting the stage for teamwork. Chemistry, on the other hand, develops naturally over time as teammates learn to understand and anticipate each other's actions. It's the interpersonal dynamic that allows for seamless coordination and fluid performance. Cohesion goes one step further, reflecting the emotional bond and shared commitment that unify a team around a common purpose, especially during challenging moments. While team building creates the initial connections, chemistry strengthens how those connections function in real time, and cohesion ensures that the team stays resilient and aligned. Understanding these distinctions can help you focus on the unique elements each brings to creating a successful and unified team. Now, as for today's show, to illustrate the power of team building, we'll examine the leadership and unity that defined Steve Kerr's approach during his NBA coaching career. As head coach of the Golden State Warriors, Kerr fostered an environment where collaboration, communication, and mutual respect thrived, transforming a roster of talented individuals into one of the most successful teams in NBA history. Steve Kerr's ability to balance diverse personalities and encourage selflessness created a culture where players trusted one another implicitly, which played a key role in their championship runs. Similarly, United States soccer star Megan Rapinoe has become a symbol of team building on and off the field. As a leader of the U.S. women's national soccer team, Rapinoe has used her voice and actions to foster camaraderie and a shared sense of purpose, encouraging her teammates to play for each other as much as for their own success. By embracing her role as a unifier and advocate, Rapinoe has inspired a team culture that thrives under pressure and continues to achieve greatness on the world stage. When it comes to chemistry, few examples are as iconic as the legendary partnership between Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, which transformed the Chicago Bulls into a basketball dynasty. Their trust in each other's abilities and understanding of their complementary roles allowed them to dominate the court, winning 6 NBA championships together. Their chemistry wasn't just about skill, it was about mutual respect, shared goals, and a deep understanding of each other's strengths. Similarly, NBA Hall of Famer Larry Bird epitomized team chemistry during his time with the Boston Celtics. Bird's ability to cultivate trust and synergy with teammates like Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish was instrumental in creating one of the most formidable lineups in NBA history. Larry Bird's leadership on and off the court showed how fostering relationships and trust among teammates could elevate everyone's performance. Finally, in the realm of cohesion, the 2008 U.S. Olympic Redeem Team, led by Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, exemplified the power of synchronization and unity. Despite each coming from different NBA teams with their own styles, these players set aside individual egos to rebuild the US's basketball dominance through cooperation and shared focus. Similarly, the New Zealand All Blacks, one of the most successful rugby teams in sports history, have maintained cohesion for decades by emphasizing cultural rituals, team values, and a team-first mentality. Their ability to align personal ambitions with collective goals has made them a gold standard for cohesion in sports. By the end of this episode, you'll have a roadmap for building stronger connections with your teammates, fostering trust, and creating the kind of team chemistry and cohesion that leads to sustainable success. Whether you're striving to improve relationships on your current team or preparing to lead a new one, the strategies and examples we discussed today will help you unlock the full potential of teamwork. Let's begin our dive into these topics by first examining the common pitfalls that many athletes and coaches encounter when it comes to the first topic of today's podcast, team building. Team building is one of the most rewarding aspects of sports, offering the opportunity to create something greater than the sum of its parts. However, it's also one of the most demanding challenges that athletes face. A major obstacle is the lack of communication within teams. When dialogue is unclear, inconsistent, or avoided altogether, misunderstandings can multiply, conflicts can linger, and the trust essential for teamwork deteriorates. Effective communication requires not only sharing one's own thoughts, but also actively listening to others, a skill that many overlook in the heat of competition or the grind of daily practices. But without this foundation, even the most talented teams can falter. Another common pitfall is prioritizing individual accomplishments over team success. Personal ambition is an important motivator, driving athletes to improve and excel. However, when it overshadows collective goals, it can create friction, disrupt team cohesion, and breed resentment. Teams thrive when every player sees their individual role as contributing to the larger mission. Lastly, the significance of emotional intelligence is often underestimated. In high-pressure environments, the ability to recognize and respond to teammates' emotional states is critical. Failing to empathize with a teammate's struggles or celebrate their successes can lead to feelings of disconnection and frustration, undermining the unity needed to achieve greatness. Recognizing and addressing these challenges is the first step toward fostering a resilient and cohesive team. Okay, now that we have a pretty clear idea about what some of the common pitfalls are when it comes to team building, let's take a look at how several of the most influential coaches and players of our time have utilized this skill set to empower their teams to new heights. Specifically, we're going to look at how Steve Kerr and Rapinoe harnessed the power of team building within their respective domains. Great leaders understand that team building goes beyond tactical plays or game day strategies. It's about cultivating an environment where every individual feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best. Steve Kerr, head of the Golden State Warriors, exemplifies this philosophy. His leadership style is built on the pillars of open communication, mutual respect, and humility. Kerr creates a space where players feel comfortable expressing themselves, whether it's voicing ideas, concerns, or strategies. This openness fosters trust and encourages a sense of ownership among team members, ensuring that each player is invested in the team's success. By focusing on connection and collaboration, Kerr not only amplifies individual strengths, but also integrates them into a unified vision that transcends individual goals. Kerr's approach to team building has been instrumental in blending diverse personalities and talents into a cohesive unit capable of performing at the highest level. From managing superstars like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green to integrating younger players and role players, Kerr balances egos while maintaining a clear focus on the team-first mentality. This delicate balancing act is no small feat in professional sports, where individual accolades can often take precedence. Yet Kerr's unwavering emphasis on collective success has been a driving force behind the Warriors' multiple championship victories. By fostering a culture of trust, accountability, and shared purpose, Kerr ensures that his team not only thrives under pressure, but also exemplifies the true power of team building in achieving sustained excellence. Similarly, U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe has been a cornerstone of team building for the U.S. women's national soccer team, demonstrating that leadership is about more than just skill on the field. It's about creating a culture of inclusivity, mutual respect, and shared purpose. Rapinoe's ability to connect with her teammates on a personal and professional level has made her a unifying force within the squad. She uses her voice to advocate for equality, both within the team and on a global stage, emphasizing that every player's contribution matters. Her leadership style inspires trust and solidarity, helping to forge deep bonds that translate into seamless collaboration during high-stakes moments. Rapinoe's impact extends beyond her performance. She leads by example, fostering an environment where every teammate feels seen, heard, and valued. Whether celebrating their victories or rallying after setbacks, Rapinoe embodies the ideals of accountability and encouragement, creating a team dynamic that thrives on collective strength. Her focus on inclusivity and unity has been instrumental in building the strong camaraderie that has fueled the team's incredible achievements, including multiple World Cup victories and Olympic medals. By aligning personal ambition with the team's greater purpose, Rapinoe has shown how intentional team building can inspire individual excellence while driving collective success on the international stage. Okay, now that we've seen how both an extremely successful coach, Steve Kerr, and athlete, Megan Rapinoe, have utilized team building to effectively enhance their team's success, let's take a look at a few actionable things that you can do to start augmenting your team's success. The first tip is to prioritize clear and open communication. Communication is the foundation of any successful team. Without it, misunderstandings can fester, conflicts can escalate, and trust can erode. To strengthen team dynamics, make it a habit to engage in regular, meaningful conversations with your teammates. Whether during practice huddles, post-game debriefs, or informal moments off the field, create opportunities to share thoughts openly. Speak honestly about your own experiences while actively listening to others, showing that you value their input. Listening with empathy can uncover challenges your teammates are facing and provide space to address them collaboratively. Clear communication isn't just about problem solving, it also reinforces trust and ensures that everyone feels valued and aligned with the team's goals. To that point, the second tip to enhancing your team building is to align individual goals with team objectives. While personal achievement can be motivating, its true power lies in how it serves the team's overarching mission. Start by reflecting on your individual goals and consider how they intersect with your team's success. For example, if you're a goal scorer, Think about how your performance creates opportunities for others to shine. Or if you're in a supporting role, recognize how your efforts enable the team to function at its best. Aligning your ambitions with team objectives fosters a sense of shared purpose and reduces friction that can arise from conflicting priorities. It's not about sacrificing your goals, it's about channeling them in a way that elevates everyone. When individual and team ambitions are in harmony, you create a culture of unity and mutual respect that drives success. The third tip to enhance your team building is to cultivate emotional intelligence both within yourself and with your teammates. Strong teams thrive on more than just physical performance. They rely on emotional connection and mutual support. Emotional intelligence plays a critical role in creating these bonds. By tuning into the emotions of your teammates, you can better understand their needs, struggles, and motivations. Practice empathy by offering encouragement when a teammate is down, celebrating their victories, and recognizing their contributions, no matter how big or small. Creating an emotionally safe environment where teammates feel comfortable being themselves fosters a deeper sense of trust and camaraderie. Moreover, emotional intelligence isn't just about reading others, it's about regulating your own emotions to stay composed and approachable in tough situations, setting the tone for a positive and supportive team culture. Team building isn't just about working well together, it's about fostering an environment where trust and collaboration naturally thrive. By focusing on strategies like open communication, aligning goals, and cultivating emotional intelligence, you can create relationships that elevate the entire team's performance. Leaders like Steve Kerr and Rapinoe exemplify how this approach can inspire incredible levels of trust, unity, and success. In today's episode, I wanted to take the subject matter a bit further than we have in previous podcasts and take some time to discuss this topic on a more practical scale. More specifically, I wanted to bring up and discuss the peer-reviewed article that I co-authored with Dr. Aubrey Newland and explain its significance to this podcast's subject matter. As a mental performance coach, I've had the privilege of helping athletes and teams develop these qualities. In fact, I've explored this topic in depth through a paper I co-authored titled Enhancing Athlete Outcomes Through Quality Coaching. In the paper, Dr. Newland and I dive into how team building, effective coaching, and strong interpersonal relationships drive not just chemistry, but real results. Today, I'd like to share some of those insights and how they connect to what we're discussing: the power of team building, chemistry, and cohesion. Let's talk a little bit about the role of coaching in team success. Effective coaching plays a pivotal role in shaping team outcomes. Whether it's fostering trust, enhancing communication, or setting a clear vision for success, the way that a coach interacts with athletes can make or break a team's potential. One concept that we explored in the paper is Steiner's model of group productivity. This model shows that a team's actual productivity is equal to its potential productivity minus losses that are caused by poor coordination or motivational issues. What this means is that even the most talented teams can underperform if there are gaps in communication, trust, or alignment between coaches and athletes. One of the major pitfalls that we identified is the negative impact of coaching aggression. For example, coaches who rely on intimidation or hostility, whether it's intentional or not, can significantly reduce their athletes' intrinsic motivation. When athletes feel unsupported or disrespected, their performance suffers, and the team's overall cohesion often breaks down. Our research also highlights how these aggressive behaviors often lead to a loss of trust and respect, not only between the coach and the athletes, but within the team as a whole. On the flip side, the paper emphasizes how respectful, empowering, and positive coaching methods can have the opposite effect. When coaches focus on fostering a supportive environment, they enhance athletes' feelings of competence, autonomy, and relatedness, three psychological needs that are essential for motivation and performance. By creating a culture of mutual respect, coaches not only help their athletes perform better, but also strengthen team cohesion, making it easier for players to collaborate and work towards common goals. Here are 3 actionable strategies that are taken directly from our research paper that athletes and coaches can use to build stronger teams. The first is to foster mutual respect. Respect is the cornerstone of any successful coach-athlete relationship. Coaches must go beyond simply recognizing their athletes' skills and take the time to value their perspectives, experiences, and individual personalities. This means treating athletes as complete individuals, not just performers on the field. When athletes feel genuinely respected, they're a lot more likely to trust their coach, engage with the team's vision, and give their best effort. In turn, athletes should feel empowered to voice their opinions, share their insights, and contribute to team discussions, knowing that their input will be heard and valued. Building mutual respect creates a foundation of trust that enhances communication, reduces misunderstandings, and fosters a positive team culture. The second tip is to prioritize communication and coordination, which is a concept that is very closely related to what we already discussed earlier in the show with respect to team building, generally speaking. Strong communication and effective coordination are non-negotiable for team success. Great teams communicate openly, honestly, and frequently, ensuring that everyone is aligned towards shared goals. For coaches, this means creating regular opportunities for check-ins, whether it's during team meetings, individual discussions, or casual conversations. These touch points serve to help clarify expectations, identify potential conflicts, and address any concerns before they can escalate into larger issues. Communication isn't just about talking. It's about listening actively and responding thoughtfully. By modeling clear and effective communication, coaches can promote better coordination on and off the field, helping their team operate as a cohesive and adaptable unit, especially in high-pressure situations. The third practical tip is to create an emotionally safe environment. An emotionally safe environment is critical for fostering trust, building resilience, and maintaining a unified team dynamic. It means creating a space where athletes feel comfortable expressing vulnerability, voicing concerns, or admitting mistakes without fear of judgment or ridicule. When athletes know that they can share their struggles or uncertainties openly, they're a lot more likely to seek guidance, learn from setbacks, and grow as individuals and teammates. Coaches play a vital role in cultivating this environment by offering encouragement, showing empathy, and addressing mistakes with constructive feedback rather than criticism. An emotionally safe environment strengthens bonds within the team, fosters a sense of belonging, and ensures that every athlete feels supported, even in the most challenging times. The key takeaway here is that great coaching and team building go hand in hand. By focusing on communication, respect, and creating a positive environment, coaches can unlock their athletes' true potential and help their teams thrive. If you are a coach or an athlete, I encourage you to reflect on these principles and think about how they might apply to your own team. Remember, it's not just about talent, it's about how well the pieces fit together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, that's enough about the concept of team building. Let's move on to discuss the second major topic of today's podcast, chemistry. Remembering that it's closely related to team building, but not quite the same thing. As we've been doing with every other topic so far on the podcast, let's begin our discussion of chemistry by discussing some of the common pitfalls that coaches and athletes struggle with. Building strong team chemistry is essential for success, but it's not without its challenges. One significant obstacle is the lack of trust among teammates, which often stems from breakdowns in communication or unclear roles. When athletes don't trust each other, their collaboration feels superficial and forced, leaving the team vulnerable to misunderstandings and mistakes under pressure. Trust is the glue that holds teams together, and without it, even the most talented athletes can struggle to function as a cohesive unit. Another common challenge is the presence of clashing egos, particularly in high-stakes environments where athletes may prioritize individual achievements over the team's success. This focus on personal glory can create divisions, leading to tension and competition within the group. Clashing egos not only disrupt harmony, but also prevent teammates from fully supporting each other, which is critical for chemistry. Additionally, failing to invest time in building relationships off the field can hinder the development of empathy and understanding between teammates. A team that only interacts during games or practices misses the opportunity to deepen their connections and build the kind of rapport that translates to seamless collaboration during competition. This lack of personal connection can make it difficult for athletes to anticipate each other's actions, communicate effectively in high-pressure moments, or rally together when faced with challenges. Developing team chemistry requires intentional effort to foster trust, align priorities, and create meaningful bonds beyond the field of play. Now that you're aware of some of the most common pitfalls that athletes and coaches encounter, let's take a look at how two legendary athletes, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, utilized the power of chemistry to elevate both their games as well as the games of their teammates. In the context of sports and teamwork, chemistry refers to the dynamic interpersonal connection between teammates that enables seamless collaboration, mutual trust, and shared understanding. It's the intangible bond that allows athletes to anticipate each other's actions, communicate effectively without words, and perform cohesively under pressure. Chemistry develops over time through shared experiences, aligned goals, and genuine respect, transforming a group of individuals into a unified, high-performing team. The partnership between Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls is one of the most iconic demonstrations of team chemistry in sports history. Their success went far beyond individual talent. It was rooted in a deep trust and an innate understanding of each other's strengths. Pippen's unselfish approach to the game was pivotal. As a versatile forward, his defensive brilliance and ability to orchestrate plays complemented Jordan's scoring dominance. Pippen's willingness to focus on the team's needs rather than chasing personal glory created a dynamic where the two could thrive together, elevating the entire team in the process. Michael Jordan, known for his competitive fire and relentless drive, relied heavily on Pippen's consistency, adaptability, and poise under pressure. Whether it was a critical defensive stop, a timely assist, or simply being in the right place at the right time, Pippen was the teammate Jordan could count on without hesitation. This level of trust meant that during high-stakes moments, they didn't have to second-guess each other's decisions or abilities. Their mutual respect was the cornerstone of their chemistry, enabling them to push past personal egos and commit fully to the team's shared goal of winning championships. What truly set their chemistry apart was its holistic nature. It wasn't limited to the court. Pippen and Jordan's bond extended off the court as well, where they forged a relationship that allowed for open communication, constructive feedback, and shared leadership. This deeper connection reinforced their ability to anticipate one another's moves and react instinctively in real time. Their partnership became a blueprint for how two elite players can work together seamlessly, proving that team chemistry is as much about selflessness and understanding as it is about skill. This synergy helped turn the Bulls into a dynasty, achieving 6 NBA championships together and leaving a legacy that continues to inspire athletes today. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen exemplified chemistry and utilized it to both perform and achieve at the highest level. But here's a few actionable tips that you can utilize to help build your own chemistry with your teammates and perform better yourself. First, focus on building trust. Trust is the bedrock of strong team chemistry. Without it, even the most skilled individuals can struggle to work effectively together. Building trust starts with getting to know your teammates as people, not just players. Spend some time together off the field, whether through team dinners, bonding activities, or even casual conversations. Share experiences and listen actively to one another's thoughts and challenges. Trust is reinforced through consistency, so always show up for your teammates, especially during tough moments. When trust is deeply rooted, it becomes easier to communicate openly, rely on each other instinctively, and navigate high-pressure situations with confidence. The second tip is to define roles and embrace them. Clarity in roles is essential for reducing confusion and fostering collaboration. Every athlete on a team has a unique contribution to make, whether it's scoring goals, creating opportunities, or anchoring the defense. When roles are clearly defined and embraced, it eliminates ambiguity and ensures everyone understands their responsibilities. Coaches and team leaders should actively celebrate the value of every role, emphasizing that success depends on the collective effort. When teammates feel appreciated for their contributions, they're more motivated to perform their best, and the team functions more cohesively. The third tip is to prioritize shared goals over individual agendas. Team chemistry thrives when the group's shared mission takes precedence over personal accolades. Regularly reinforcing the team's collective vision helps keep everyone aligned and minimizes ego clashes. Create opportunities to discuss and refine the team's goals, ensuring that every member feels invested in achieving them. By emphasizing how individual efforts contribute to the larger objective, athletes are a lot more likely to set aside personal ambitions for the greater good of the team. This alignment not only strengthens chemistry, but also builds a culture of mutual support and shared accountability. Team chemistry is about more than just getting along. It's about creating a connection that enables the team to operate as one cohesive unit. By focusing on trust, role clarity, and shared goals, you can develop the kind of chemistry that legendary partnerships like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan used to dominate their sport. These principles aren't just tools for winning games, they're the foundation for building relationships that make every team member feel valued and empowered. Whether on or off the field, these strategies are key to unlocking your team's full potential. Let's move on to discussing the final major subject of today's podcast, cohesion. Cohesion, while closely related to both team building and chemistry, should be viewed as its own entity. First, let's take a look at some of the major issues and pitfalls that both teams and individual athletes experience with respect to cohesion. Cohesion is a critical element of team success, serving as the glue that holds a group together during both triumph and adversity. However, achieving and maintaining cohesion is far from simple. One of the most common challenges is a lack of alignment between individual efforts and the team's shared goals. When athletes don't understand how their roles contribute to the larger mission, task cohesion, in other words, the collective commitment to achieving objectives, quickly deteriorates. This misalignment often results in frustration, miscommunication, and a scattered approach that weakens the team's ability to function as a cohesive unit. Equally important is social cohesion, which refers to the emotional bond and camaraderie between teammates. Poor interpersonal relationships, such as a lack of trust or unresolved tensions, can severely hinder this aspect of cohesion. Without mutual respect and a genuine sense of connection, even teams with strong task cohesion may struggle to work together effectively, especially under pressure. Additionally, failing to address conflicts as they arise is another common pitfall. Disagreements are a natural part of any team dynamic, but unresolved tensions can fester, creating divisions that undermine both task and social cohesion. Over time, these issues can erode trust and make it difficult for the team to unite, particularly during high-pressure moments when unity is most critical. The importance of fostering cohesion is something Dr. Newland and I explored in our paper, which I mentioned earlier, Enhancing Athlete Outcomes Through Quality Coaching. In our research, we examined how effective coaching strategies can minimize the negative effects of poor alignment and interpersonal conflict while promoting the trust, communication, and shared purpose that underpin cohesion. By using techniques to align individual goals with team objectives and cultivating an environment of mutual respect and emotional safety, coaches can strengthen both task and social cohesion. These elements are essential for creating teams that not only perform well, but also thrive under the weight of competition and pressure. By integrating these principles, your team can build a foundation of cohesion that is both practical and personal, enabling you to tackle challenges with unity and resilience. Whether you're focusing on task-oriented goals or fostering emotional bonds, the strategies discussed in this episode and in our research can help take your team's cohesion to the next level. And once again, remember that the details for Dr. Newland and my paper can be found in the show notes. Cohesion can be divided into two interconnected but distinct categories: task cohesion and social cohesion, both of which play vital roles in creating a successful and unified team. Task cohesion focuses on the team's ability to collaborate effectively towards shared goals. It is rooted in structure, alignment, and purpose. Teams with strong task cohesion are able to execute game plans, meet objectives, and stay focused on the larger mission, whether that's winning championships, reaching milestones, or overcoming any specific challenges. This type of cohesion is driven by clearly defined roles, mutual accountability, and a collective understanding of the team's strategy and vision. When task cohesion is strong, teammates operate like a well-oiled machine, each knowing their part and trusting that others will fulfill theirs. Social cohesion, on the other hand, is about the interpersonal relationships and emotional bonds between teammates. It reflects the human connection that develops when teammates genuinely care for, support, and trust one another, both on and off the field. This type of cohesion creates a sense of belonging and camaraderie, allowing athletes to feel comfortable expressing vulnerability, providing encouragement, and offering constructive feedback. Social cohesion is especially critical during tough times, such as after a loss or in high-pressure moments, when emotional resilience and unity are needed to keep the team moving forward. While task cohesion ensures that a team is organized and focused on achieving its objectives, social cohesion adds the emotional strength and trust needed to maintain unity in the face of challenges. A truly cohesive team balances these two elements, creating an environment where both performance and relationships thrive. Without task cohesion, a team may lack the direction and clarity needed to succeed, and without social cohesion, the group may crumble under stress, unable to rely on one another when it matters the most. Achieving a balance between the two allows teams to perform at their best while fostering a culture of support, connection, and shared purpose. The 2008 United States Olympic Redeem Team, led by Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, provides a powerful example of how task and social cohesion can unite a group of elite athletes to achieve greatness. This team faced the enormous challenge of rebuilding the United States' dominance in international basketball after disappointing performances in prior Olympics. To succeed, they needed more than raw talent. They required a collective commitment to a shared mission and the personal bonds necessary to work as a unified force. Task cohesion, in particular, was a critical factor in their success. With players from different NBA teams, each used to being the star, Kobe and LeBron ensured that everyone aligned around a clear goal: reclaiming Olympic gold. Task cohesion came from defining roles and emphasizing how each player's contribution, whether scoring, defending, or facilitating, was vital to the team's overall success. LeBron's leadership brought organization and focus to the group, ensuring that the individual stars played within the team's structure rather than as isolated talents. Kobe's intense work ethic and competitive drive set the tone, challenging the team to rise to the occasion while remaining committed to the shared objective. Their ability to inspire the team to prioritize winning gold over individual accolades unified the group tactically, allowing them to execute seamlessly on the court. Equally important was the social cohesion that Kobe and LeBron helped foster. This was no small feat, given the egos and personalities involved, but their efforts to create camaraderie and trust were essential in forging a sense of unity. Off the court, the players bonded over shared experiences, creating personal connections that strengthened their resolve on the court. Kobe's willingness to set an example of humility and LeBron's ability to rally teammates through encouragement and humor helped break down barriers between individual players. This emotional connection allowed the team to trust one another deeply, resulting in synchronized play during high-pressure moments and an unshakable belief in their collective ability to win. The Redeem Team's triumph was a testament to the balance of task and social cohesion. By aligning every player around a common goal and fostering the emotional bonds needed to persevere through challenges, Kobe and LeBron created a team dynamic that transcended individual stardom. Their leadership ensured that the team functioned as a cohesive unit, reclaiming the gold medal and restoring the United States basketball to its place of dominance on the world stage. While it's great that professional athletes can utilize task and social cohesion to accomplish incredible feats, let's take a look at a few actionable tips that you can utilize to increase your team's cohesion. The first actionable tip is to set clear goals and roles for task cohesion. Task cohesion begins with ensuring that every individual understands their specific responsibilities and how they contribute to the team's overall success. Clearly defined roles eliminate confusion and help teammates stay focused on their objectives, ensuring that everyone is rowing in the same direction. Coaches and team leaders should communicate these roles regularly, particularly when adjustments are needed due to changing circumstances or strategies. Revisiting the team's goals, whether it's during practice, meetings, or game debriefs, helps to reinforce alignment and keep everyone motivated. Celebrating milestones and progress along the way, such as a well-executed game plan or a team improvement metric, ensures that each member feels valued for their contributions. Consistent reinforcement of roles and goals builds a strong foundation for task cohesion, allowing the team to function with clarity and purpose. The second practical tip is to strengthen social bonds off the field. Social cohesion thrives when teammates feel emotionally connected to one another, and these bonds are often forged outside of competition. Coaches and team leaders can foster these connections by creating opportunities for teammates to interact in relaxed, low-pressure environments. Activities like team-building exercises, group dinners, or even informal outings give athletes a chance to connect as individuals rather than just as teammates. These interactions help build trust, empathy, and understanding, which carry over into on-field performances. Simple gestures like checking in on a teammate's well-being or sharing personal stories can also strengthen these bonds over time. The stronger the social cohesion within a team, the more likely they are to support one another through challenges, communicate effectively, and maintain resilience under pressure. The third practical tip is to address conflicts constructively. Conflict is inevitable in any team dynamic, but how it's managed can make or break cohesion. Unresolved disagreements can create rifts that undermine trust and cooperation, so it's essential to address conflicts constructively. Coaches and leaders should create an environment where open dialogue is encouraged, allowing teammates to express concerns without fear of judgment. When mediating conflicts, focus on empathy. In other words, understanding the perspectives of all parties involved, and work towards solutions that bring the team closer together rather than driving them apart. Framing disagreements as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles fosters trust and ensures that the team remains united even in the face of adversity. Constructive conflict resolution strengthens both task and social cohesion by reinforcing trust, accountability, and a shared commitment to the team's success. Cohesion is the glue that binds a team together, ensuring that they can function effectively and support one another through challenges. Task cohesion provides the organizational structure and alignment needed to achieve goals, while social cohesion strengthens the emotional connections that foster trust, empathy, and resilience. By focusing on both aspects, you can create a team dynamic that is as united as it is effective. Just like the 2008 United States Olympic Redeem Team, led by LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, your team can balance task and social cohesion to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness, building a legacy of trust, unity, and success. As we wind down today's episode, let's do a quick recap of what we've learned today. Cohesion, chemistry, and team building are the pillars of every successful team. And today, we've explored how each plays a distinct but interconnected role in creating high-performing groups. Leaders like Steve Kerr and Megan Rapinoe have shown how intentional team building can foster trust and collaboration, while partnerships like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, or Larry Bird and his Boston Celtics teammates, highlight the power of chemistry in action. And let's not forget about the 2008 United States Olympic Redeem Team, where LeBron James and Kobe Bryant exemplified the importance of cohesion, both task and social, in uniting diverse talents under a shared mission. The lessons from these stories are supported by academic research, which consistently shows that team building, chemistry, and cohesion are essential for achieving success, particularly at higher levels of competition. As we explored in our paper, Enhancing Athlete Outcomes Through Quality Coaching, effective coaching strategies that prioritize trust, communication, and shared goals can strengthen these elements, creating teams that thrive under pressure and perform at their best. The literature also highlights how strong cohesion, both task and social, fosters resilience, alignment, and a sense of belonging, all of which are critical for succeeding in competitive environments. Team success is built on a foundation of trust, connection, and alignment. It requires intentional efforts to create an environment where every member feels valued and empowered to contribute their best. By combining the strategic alignment of task cohesion, the emotional bonds of social cohesion, and the deliberate practices of team building, you can help your team unlock its full potential. Whether you're an athlete, a coach, or a team leader, you have the power to implement these strategies and create meaningful connections within your group. These efforts don't just improve performance, they create lasting relationships and a legacy of success. Academic research and real-world examples make it clear. The teams that focus on building cohesion, fostering chemistry, and investing in team building are the ones that achieve greatness. This week's takeaway challenge is all about strengthening your team's chemistry, cohesion, and team building practices. These elements are the backbone of every successful team, and small intentional actions can make a big difference in how your group operates and thrives. This week, choose one of the following activities to try within your team. First, the team building challenge. Organize an activity that takes your team out of the usual practice or competition environment and allows them to connect on a more personal level. This could be something fun and lighthearted, like a group outing, a team dinner, or even a game night or trivia competition. For something more active, consider a ropes course or a cooperative team challenge. The goal is to create a relaxed, inclusive environment where teammates can build trust, learn more about each other, and strengthen personal connections. Leaders like Steve Kerr emphasize the importance of off-the-court bonding to create teams that trust and collaborate naturally. Megan Rapinoe's efforts to foster camaraderie within the U.S. women's national soccer team also highlight how these personal connections lay the groundwork for success under pressure. The second option is a chemistry exercise. Take inspiration from Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan's legendary partnership and focus on understanding and complementing your teammates' needs. During practice, pay close attention to how your teammates move, communicate, and make decisions in real time. Work on anticipating their actions and finding ways to support or enhance their performance seamlessly, whether it's being in the right position, offering encouragement, or providing timely feedback. This deliberate effort to improve synchronicity and collaboration can help your team develop the kind of chemistry that allows you to operate as a unified force, even in high-pressure situations. The final option is a cohesion check-in. Drawing from the leadership of LeBron James and Kobe Bryant on the 2008 Redeem team, schedule a team conversation focused on your collective goals. Use this opportunity to discuss what's working well and identify areas where the team can improve. Encourage everyone to share their perspectives openly and listen actively to one another. Make sure the conversation leads to actionable steps and a renewed sense of commitment to your shared mission. This type of dialogue strengthens task cohesion by aligning your team around a clear purpose and enhances social cohesion by building trust and mutual understanding. At the end of the week, take time to reflect on how these efforts impacted your team's dynamics. Did the team building activity help your group feel more connected? Did focusing on chemistry during practice improve your ability to collaborate seamlessly? Did the check-in conversation create greater alignment and resolve lingering tensions? The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Small intentional steps like these can lead to big improvements in how your team works together, communicates, and performs. Your challenge this week isn't just about improving performance, It's about building the foundation for long-term success. By investing in your team's chemistry, cohesion, and connections, you're taking a vital step toward creating a group that thrives together, no matter the circumstances. Let's get to work and make this happen. As we look ahead to our next episode, we'll dive into the critical qualities of resilience and adaptability. These traits are the foundation of an athlete's ability to navigate challenges, overcome setbacks, and continue striving for success even in the face of adversity. We'll explore how top athletes develop the mental toughness to stay focused under pressure and adapt to changing circumstances, as well as the strategies you can use to cultivate resilience in your own journey. Get ready to learn how to turn obstacles into opportunities and maintain the mindset that drives greatness. If you enjoyed and found value in this episode, please remember to like this podcast, subscribe to the channel, and share it with teammates, friends, or anyone who could benefit from these insights. Your support helps us reach more athletes and coaches looking to master the mental game. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or feedback in the comments section. I'll be checking it regularly and responding personally. If you have specific questions about mental performance or want to discuss your unique situation, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly via DM on any of my social media platforms. I'm always happy to connect and have a one-on-one conversation to support you on your journey to peak performance. Together, let's keep building, connecting, and growing as we take these lessons from team building, chemistry, and cohesion into our daily lives. Remember to value trust, foster connections, and align your goals with your team's goals. Until next time, stay committed, stay connected, and keep striving for greatness. I'll see you all in the next episode.